What is going on, guys? Commodore Last here today, bringing to you guys another Kingdom manga discussion, and today I'll be talking about King Tou Jou, the current king of Zhao, who I feel will probably meet his end at the very end of the Western Zhao Invasion Arc. And I'm going to be going through the steps of a couple of ideas that I've had in the back of my mind that will probably lead us to his departure from the current story. Now, before I even get into this discussion, I want to let you guys know that any evidence that you see here in this video is evidence that I'm using from the manga to help support my theory or discussion. So please, if you guys have read history or any of that kind of stuff, do not post any history spoilers down in the comment section below, because it ruins the experience for me and it ruins the experience for everyone else who's trying to stay away from history. Now, with that being said, let's get into this discussion. Now, as much as I want to see something along the lines of, I don't know, maybe Kanki creating another art piece using Tou Jou and, you know, all the other members of the Council of Zhao to kind of like spread a message around China and kind of just say, you know, Qin is out here, we out here for the taking. But honestly, I like to see Riboku be the one to get some kind of redemption for all the stuff that King Tou Jou has pretty much put him through. I mean, let's go back all the way to the end of the Bio arc. And Riboku was sent by King Tou Jou to go and retrieve, you know, his lover, and he put him in a situation like after what happened to Oki. It's like you're putting the guy who killed one of the 6 great generals of Qin, one of the prides of that entire state. You sent the man who, you know, pretty much killed him to go out there and retrieve his lover and then put him in enemy territory. You have to think, like, Riboku has went through so much because of King Tou Jou, so it only makes sense that he is the one who's going to end up taking out King Tou Jou. Now, does he have to be the King Slayer? You know, the idea that I've been talking about for a while in other people's streams, and I believe in one of my old streams that I did before where I talked about how Riboku could be the one to take out King Tou Jou. He could just be the orchestrator, and he doesn't have to be the one to plunge a sword into the king. And one of the ideas that I've had is to use his own pleasure, quote unquote pleasure, to hit his advantage. And I think it would be cool to see if, you know, the kids that Tou Jou had pretty much had with him in the bathtub and stuff, you know, all the creepy crap that we saw from him, you know, very early on in his first appearance. It would be amazing to see, you know, because we see Riboku being known as like this assassin, you know, after what we saw him do to Mako. It would be crazy to see a little situation where Riboku has all the people from the council and stuff convinced that Tou Jou is not the guy to lead Zhao anymore and that they need a new king. And this is probably where either Riboku or possibly Prince Ka will end up taking the throne. I mean, we have to take into account as well that, you know, Riboku is a big supporter of Prince Ka. You know, going back to 517, saying that, you know, the era of Prince Ka shall come and Zhao will be bathed in true light. I think the only way for Zhao to kind of find some inner peace, some kind of like hope, is, you know, if Prince Ka is the one taking the throne. So it would probably be better to have Riboku as the orchestrator to set up Tou Jou's demise and then have Prince Ka be the one sitting on the throne. And from here, we can definitely see something along the lines of Riboku, you know, using the council to kind of like, you know, defect away from Tou Jou and use the kids to kind of conceal himself into the bathtub as Tou Jou is about to go in. And as soon as it looks like Tou Jou is about to stand up to leave because he found out the news that Q had been taken over by Kanki and the rest of the Qin army, and whatever events went down, the Shukai Plains, whatever happened to Ryoyu and Atsuyo, we can definitely see something where, you know, Tou Jou is probably angered and he wants to go to the throne room to find out what's going on and wait for Riboku. And at that moment, we see the kids possibly stand up with knives and they go in and just stab this man to death. And I think it'll be one of the craziest ways for a character to go out by his own pleasure and have those kids be the ones to take him out. And honestly, if that was the way that Tou Jou were to go out, it would probably be one of the greatest deaths in all of Kingdom. Just like the whole planning, the way it's orchestrated, it would probably be one of the very best in the series. But another idea that I've had also goes back to something that we saw way back. I'm talking way back to the Kyokai Revenge arc. Now, why exactly am I bringing this arc up? Well, for those of you who've forgotten, Yu-Ren at the time when she was, you know, with Wei, and she was pretty much with the king and Wei and stuff, and there was a little incident that occurred where, you know, she had gone mad, she went crazy, and the king of Wei pretty much, you know, exiled her and sent her away. And there was a point of time where she is actually, you know, roaming around the mountains and eventually found herself in Zhao and had made contact with the king of Zhao during that time with King Tou Jou. Now, I could see something that where King Tou Jou might have had like his own like assassin group that are comprised from the Yu tribe. And we can definitely see them being maybe like the stealth team or something that works for Zhao at one point in time. Maybe if Yu-Ren has some kind of connection with King Tou Jou and everything, and that was like the assassin group, kind of like we saw with the assassins all the way back in the assassination of the king arc, you know, the 3rd or 4th arc in Kingdom. And it's something that I think would be a really cool way to bring back a tribe that we saw, you know, with Yu Ren and, you know, the fights that she had with Kyokai and stuff. That tribe began to see those people again, because let's face it, it's been a long time since we've seen them, and it's probably not the end of, you know, that tribe's involvement in the story. I mean, let's face it, there might be a day sometime that we actually see Kyokai run in with the rest of the Yu tribe, and they might have to go to battle again, because even though the head of the snake is pretty much dead, the clan is not gone, and, you know, there's gonna be a time where maybe Kyokai is gonna have to run into him again, and maybe in this arc we might see that actually happen. Now, how exactly is that gonna work? How is Riboku gonna be able to convince them? Well, it could be along the lines that they know about him being an assassin. I mean, there's a good chance that, who knows, maybe that Yu Ren had some kind of conversation back then or something with Riboku, or they known each other and stuff, and that, you know, Yu Ren knew exactly what kind of a monster Riboku is, and maybe from there Riboku actually has ties and connections to the Yu tribe and can utilize them as assassins to go and take out King Tou Jou. Now, it all comes down to if the council will actually believe in Riboku and they will try and plan a coup d'etat. I mean, I kind of like the former choice a little bit more than I do with this one, but I think it would be a really cool way to bring back a tribe that we haven't seen in a long time since, you know, Kyokai's arc, all the way back at the, you know, the very end of the coalition, and it would be really awesome to see them come back in the story. But I'm curious to know exactly what you guys think down in the comment section below. How do you guys see King Tou Jou dying? Does he die by the orchestrator, aka the assassin Riboku? Does he die because of some kind of weird illness? Does Prince Ka stage his own coup d'etat, maybe, you know, going against Riboku or something, or he works with them? You know, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed this small kingdom discussion, please let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. Social media links down in the description below, as well as a Discord server where we talk about Kingdom on a daily basis. So, with that being said, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. So, Commodore Laz, signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.